Hi everyone, it's Amanda. How are you doing? This is the video for July 2019 and I'm recording it on the last day of June. So it's a powerful month that's coming up, July. We've got two eclipses that I'm going to reference, and there's a lot to talk about actually. So settle down, get yourself a drink. And I think what I'll do is I will build it up in blocks. Metatron's talking about building blocks for this month. So let's just start with some things that are very practical to start with, which are energies that I feel will be very helpful to you this July, okay? So we're talking colours and we're talking crystals is the first thing. So July, being linked into the month of Cancer, links always strongly to the energy of the moon anyway. And I'm going to focus on the moon for a little bit because not only have we got, so I'm looking down at my notes, not only have we got a partial lunar eclipse and a full moon on the 16th of July. But we've also got a new moon on the 2nd of July, which also is a total solar eclipse. So there's a lot of activity linked to the moon. And also this month is the celebration of 50 years since man first stood on the moon. The Apollo 11 landings. I don't remember them myself. I was 2. They happened in 1969. In fact, man first stood on the moon on July the 20th, 1969. So yes, it's 50 years since that moment. And we don't need to get into conspiracy theories or anything like that in terms of did it happen, did it not happen. We are going to feel into the significance and the symbolism of it. And I was given a song, as I always am, with Metatron. Although Metatron actually has got something to say this month, but I'm going to be bringing in some other guides, particularly probably Archangel Gabriel and potentially Ashtar as well. So we'll see. But let's just start with Metatron and his songs. So he gave me the song by The Police. I was never a big fan of The Police, I have to say, but they were quite underrated, I think. You know, they did a lot. They had a prolific string of hits in the 80s, maybe into the 90s, I can't remember. But of course the song is Walking on the Moon. And I'm not going to play it, but I just thought that the reason why Metatron's given us that song is the first two lines. The lions? Interesting. The first two lines is what I'm trying to say. The first two lines of that song is giant steps are what you take walking on the moon. So those of you that have seen the footage of the astronauts walking on the moon, obviously because of the atmosphere up there, it's not like walking here on Earth where we can walk in quite short little steps or heavy steps or soft steps. On the moon, if you remember, it's like they land, don't they? And then they take another big leap. So I feel as though the song's been given to us by Metatron because it's symbolic for the giant steps that we can potentially make this month of July. Or certainly, if it's not that we're making big steps this month, it is that we are about to, okay? But I feel as though we are going to be making them actually. So big changes coming in for everybody and also the world, okay? So giant steps are what you take walking on the moon. The song goes on and actually it then says, I hope my legs don't break walking on the moon. We could walk forever walking on the moon. So we're not going to be breaking our legs, but there is something about legs, obviously. So what does that mean, Metatron? We need to be flexible, okay? We need to be flexible in how we carry our body forward. What he's showing me, it's quite interesting, is that energetically what a lot of us are doing is our mind and our heart, which are obviously residing in our upper body, are ahead of our legs and our feet and our ankles and our knees. I'm mentioning ankles and knees because they are places that energetically are about movement forward, okay? So it literally is as though we are a little ahead of ourselves. We might have been thinking about things that we wish to do or feeling things that we wish to bring into our life, but yet it's as though the legs and the feet, I'm being shown for many of us, they're still firmly rooted in the earth. And it's like this push-pull. It's like the upper body wanting to move forward, but the lower body preventing that movement. So why is that lack of movement there? It's there because of fear, basically. And I feel as though these powerful eclipses that we've got in July are going to literally, I'm hearing the word sweep us off our feet, okay? In a good way, because that's what Spirit does if we get really stuck. And Metatron often will give us a little shove in the back, but I'm seeing it's coming up from the feet. But I'm also hearing the upper worlds and the lower worlds. And this was a message that I got a couple of days ago, but I didn't actually put it out online because I was feeling a little bit tired and the message needed to be conveyed in the right way. But because we've got this very mixed energy this month, the moon, which feels very, it's very silvery, it's cool as an energy, it's linked into the night sky, but we've also got, you know, July, certainly here where I live, it's the hottest month. We've got the solar eclipse, as I say, on the 2nd or the 3rd. So we've also got this heat energy. And I was given this message a few days ago about as above, so below, but I'm linking it very strongly to earth energies, earth events, geological events. And I was really seeing energy coming up from the earth, fiery energy in terms of probably volcanoes. And I believe actually, since Metatron gave me that message a couple of days ago, there is a volcano that's going off in Mexico, I believe. Noticed that last night on the news, so it's confirmation of that. Don't know if that's the only one, but just feeling that fiery energy coming up from below, but equally fiery energy coming down from above in the form of solar flares, okay? So maybe we're going to have a heightened, we're going to have a heightened phase of solar activity as well as lunar activity. So you're really going to have to balance out your energies. We've got the moon representing the feminine, the sun representing the masculine. They're very, very different, and it's going to be a little bit topsy-turvy this July, I'm hearing, okay? So, because what Metatron's showing me is because the moon is quite firmly in the spotlight this month of July, it's as though the sun is sort of wanting to meet her. It's almost like a beautiful dance between the masculine and the feminine that's going to be going on in the skies, matching down below what is happening with the masculine and feminine here on Earth, okay? So as the moon shines brightly and her influence via these eclipses rolls in, like the sea rolls in, it's as though the sun is like, okay, yeah, but what about me? There's almost like a competitive energy going on. Quite interesting. I'm just feeling into them as energies here. So all the more important to be very, very present this month. I'm noticing it myself, and I'm noticing it in other people. It's always important, but it's particularly important now to be as present as you can in the moment, okay? To not dream about what's coming in the future or might happen or may not happen, to not be dwelling on the past too much, but to be very firmly rooted in the present. Even when we're looking back 50 years to what happened with the moon landings, it's still about bringing that into the present moment. I had a moment this last week where I was just was talking to my husband actually and about the moon landings, and I sort of just said to him, I said, do you think they really happened? And he raised like an eyebrow as if to say, oh, for goodness sake, you know. And I stopped myself because I thought, yeah, he's quite a good barometer sometimes, because I do believe they did happen. I think I believe they happened. But I do also understand why people have a question mark, because to be honest, I mean, I've been alive 50 years now on this planet. Why hasn't it happened more often? I guess it's just money, is it? Is it just money? Because I did a little bit of research before coming on here, and apparently 12 people have walked on the moon, but they were all between, these are manned missions, they were all between 1969 and 1972, the Apollo program basically. So yeah, it's almost like, I think actually, has Donald Trump just announced that they are going to be manning another mission to the moon? I think he has within the last week or so. I think I'm correct in saying that. But yeah, 12 people have walked on it. It's not that many, is it? 13 is the magic number. 13 is the number of mystery. So maybe there are going to be, I don't mean this year, but maybe in decades to come, maybe there are going to be many more manned missions to the moon and many more people. So we see it, because otherwise this is how people start to question things. If it's not in the present moment and it's not, doesn't feel relevant, it's like, well, 50 years ago I was 2, I don't know whether it happened. You know, I've asked my mum, did she remember? Oh yes, she sort of remembers. Or what was it like? Oh, I can't really remember. You know, there's no sort of rich heritage for me to particularly dive into with this. So it's almost as though the moon and the majesty of her, and the sun is now shining so brightly through my window, it's meeting what I'm saying to you. It's like, I'm majestic too. Perfect. But the moon wants to reveal herself to more people, is what I'm feeling. And it's the unseen side of the moon. It's the dark side of the moon. It's the far side of the moon. Those of you that are on my Facebook page, Angelic Celestial Colours, I change the banner photograph every couple of months whenever I feel bored of the old picture, just to refresh it. And I put a banner photograph up about a couple of weeks ago, and it shows a cut. I chose it because it's a crystal pyramid. And it's shooting out the rainbow, okay? Because a prism, a clear crystal prism, would do that. And it's one of the principles of colour therapy. I'm a colour therapist. That's why I chose that particular photograph, because it shows how white light can refract the whole rainbow. But anyway, I put it up, and straight away, I hadn't registered. People were saying, oh, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, that's the image. And I thought, oh, okay, yes. Subconsciously, I realised what I've done there. It wasn't just a message about colour therapy. It was what I'm talking about now. There's something coming up about exploring the dark side of the moon, the far side of the moon. And you know, the thing is, the dark side of the moon isn't dark anyway. It's to do with the fact that it is unseen. It actually has just as much light on it as the side of the moon that we can see, that we see lit up and illuminated. It's just that we can't see it. It's facing away from Earth. And that's really interesting, just to take a moment and think about that. It's facing away from Earth. So think about what the moon does for us. Okay, it lights up the night sky. It makes us feel safe at night. I mean, it does a lot more than that. I'm just talking about it energetically. And it rules our emotions, and it rules the tides and water and so much more. Well, what's the far side of the moon doing? What is it affecting? There's a whole other part of the universe that we can't see, and we can't see the impact that that far side is having on another civilization, potentially, another reality, another dimension. How fascinating is that? So, yeah, I think there are real giant steps, as Metatron says, giant steps coming in for humanity to learn a little bit more about our wonderful universe. But let's bring it back down to us as well, because the dark side of the moon, the far side of the moon, let's think about that for a moment. The moon tends to rule our subconscious. It rules illusion, it rules what's behind the veil, it rules what we can't quite see, what we can't quite grasp hold of. And we've sort of accepted that that is what it is. Well, just think about how much deeper the far side of the moon is in terms of what it symbolises. That's taking you down to an even deeper level within yourself, discovering parts of yourself that you've never even considered that you can do. Came up for me literally within the last couple of days. Can't quite say what it is yet, but I'm being asked by Spirit to do something that, to be honest, I'd parked as an idea probably nearly a decade ago. And I'm now realising actually you can do that. It's just that you haven't fully dipped into the deep reservoir within you that knows how to do that, okay? Sorry, I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you, but it's just a lot of stuff wanting to be channeled through today. Because the other thing that confirms that, not just for me, but for you, because my work is collective, I tend to be a mirror, we'll come back to that word mirror, of what's going on out there with you as well. That's why I feed back my own stuff as well, because I know it's your stuff. We're all, it's unity consciousness, we're all part of the same flow. I had an exploding Aura-Soma bottle yesterday in this room. You saw it if you're on my Facebook page. I haven't got it to show you because it's exploded, but you know, they look like this, okay? They're nice little coloured bottles. It was sitting behind a window pane, so it wasn't in direct sunlight. It was behind a piece of wood. The curtains were also closed because it was a hot day here. And I was in my room and I just heard pop. And then it literally just, the whole contents, 50 mils, 60 mils of oil, just exploded all down my windowsill, all down my freshly painted wall. And, but it was Archangel Raziel. It was his energy, and bottles explode like that when the energy has to get out. It's like I can't contain it anymore. I has to get out. I have to get your attention. Archangel Raziel is the archangel which talks about hidden mysteries, secrets, deeper truths, sacred knowledge, esoteric, you know, unraveling of ancient facts. And I really think it's linked in also to that side of us that is ready to receive new information, groundbreaking information. And I think the far side of the moon symbolises that. It's like we can't see it. So if we can't see it, guys, if we can't see it, how are we going to learn about it? We're going to learn about it through our intuition, through our knowingness. There isn't necessarily going to be a great big telescope up there that's going to be able to show us what it looks like yet, maybe in the future. So we're going to have to feel into it. And I have to show you something quite extraordinary here. Now, where is it? A friend of mine in Canada goes to crystal and mineral fairs. And I don't know, maybe over a year ago, she emailed me and said, I'm at a mineral fair and there is a guy there who is selling pieces of rock, meteorites basically, and there are pieces of the moon and there's pieces of Mars, tiny little thing. This is all certified. It's all, I wish I'd got a piece of paper next to me. What have I done with it? Might have to pause the camera and go and get it. Although I don't actually know where it is. Anyway, I'm going to show it to you. Well, I don't need to prove anything. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about, we're entering the, we all need proof, don't we? This is what's held back society. This is what's held back spirituality for so many years. It's like, show me the blood, show me the nails. You know, we're back to doubting Thomas. Show me the nails, show me the blood, show me the marks, show me the scars, then I will believe, you know? And it's like the next big leap for mankind actually comes when we truly believe, you know? It's not about evidence. Doesn't mean we don't need evidence in other areas of life. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the spiritual path. The spiritual path is always about, do you trust? Do you believe? Do you resonate or do you not? If you don't resonate, forget it. You know, but if you do, you do. What's that wonderful expression about belief? And can't remember, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I need to show you this. I'm just going to hold this up. It looks like nothing, guys, but let's just zone in on this. This is that, let me see if I can get closer. Zoom into that. Okay, It's a little piece of moon magic. I don't know if it's focused very well, but anyway, a bit of moon magic. Let's just zoom out. Let's link into the moon, see what the moon wants to say to us. I'm going to use my silver spray to help me with this, because to me, the silvery light of the moon. The silver spray within the Metatron range is the crown chakra. And at the end of the day, any new information has to come in through the crown. So let's see. I'm being corrected there by Metatron straight away. It doesn't just have to come through the crown, it can also come up from the feet. Okay, but for this purposes, is it coming through the crown? Yes, it is, he says. Okay. All right, okay. Have to get it right, yeah, indeed, have to get it right. So the moon, the energy of the moon. You have always known me. This is almost like this is the moon speaking. You have always known me. You have always sensed me. You have always witnessed me in all of my monthly changes and cycles. You have seen me as the crescent. You have seen me birthed new. You have seen me full. You have seen me as the tiniest slither in the sky. You have seen me shrouded by cloud. You have seen me shining brightly, illuminating everything in my path. But yet I am present, always, at the same intensity, however you perceive me, or however you observe me. I am always there as a constant presence. And I will stay as a constant presence, aligned to your planet Earth for as long as she needs me. She and I and the sun formed a contract many, many light years away, before many have memory, to come and form a triangular formulation in this part of the universe, for you on Earth to be able to feel my shimmering, silvery glow, my feminine, silky power, alongside the energy of my brother the sun, with his masculine power and brightness, at a different intensity and a different medium and a different light to that which I hold. We are yin and yang, dark and light, at play together, linked intrinsically to your planet and your well-being. You can draw upon our energies at any time, at any phase of the moon. Draw in my power now. Draw in my silvery light. Help me to illuminate that which needs illuminating in your life. Let me help you cast shadows on that which is past and gone. Let me serve you, honour you, fill you with my divine feminine essence, sustaining you, supporting you, helping you be all you can be. Let me do this for the whole earth, for the whole earth to be bathed in my moonlight, in my luminescence, in my beauty, in my refreshment, in my cleansing, in my knowledge, that I endow in all who are under me, that all is well. Okay, it's a message from the moon. Wasn't expecting that. I want to just honour actually the guy that found this. I'm going to pause my camera and go and get the piece of paper. It's not about proving, I just want to honour the guy that found this. Hold on. Yeah, I found it. This is really interesting. Look, here he is. Here's a shout out to Mick, the Meteorite man. That's what he calls himself. And it's really sweet. He signed it here. He says, to Amanda, you are out of this world, Mick the Meteorite man. And that's the thing, we're all out of this world. We're all made of stardust, as David Bowie reminded us in the channeling I did with him. Now, yeah, what I've got with this is something from the Meteorological Society. And it confirms that this lunar meteorite was discovered in 2017, actually. And it was found, it tells you where it was found. It was found in, looks like Northwest Africa. Okay, yeah, Northwest Africa it was found. It's one of 138 approved meteorites classified as lunar. It was approved in 2017 by the Meteorological Society. There, isn't it wonderful? Please don't ask me where to get them from. I have absolutely no idea. I was just very blessed to get this. I've also got a little piece of Mars, but I'll do that another day. Oh no, I've got to do it today apparently. Okay, I've got to do it today. There. Shall I show you the Martian piece? Because of course I'm talking sun and moon, aren't I? Okay. This video isn't turning out how I was expecting it to, but I'm sure it's what is needed. So let's persevere. I'm enjoying myself anyway. Right, so the Mars piece is much smaller, okay, which is quite interesting. So that's the size of the moon meteorite. And this one, you're probably not going to be able to even see when I put it up because it's really tiny. Can you see how small that is compared to the piece of the moon? Okay, so that's Mars. So this is the masculine energy of Mars. I don't know whether I want to get too much into this now because it's going to... Oh, just go with it, Amanda. Let it flow. Let it flow. Okay, let's see what this wants to say. God, I'm hot. I'm really hot as soon as I'm holding this. Okay, this is hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Who said that? Feeling hot, hot, hot. It's the extremes, they're just extremes. There's this coolness of the moon and the feminine energy and this heat, the Martian heat. I'm seeing, it's the volcano energy that I'm seeing again, the fire, the fury. It's the, I'm not going to go too much into it on this one, but that's a whole other video, this one. I just want to, for this video, I just want you to feel the difference in the extremes, okay? Where is, let's just spray the fire spray. Is there anything I need to say right now, Metatron, about this piece of Mars? Is the life, I've got David Bowie here now, is the life on Mars? Okay, there's going to be manned, God knows how this is even possible, there's going to be manned expeditions to Mars in the future as well. So we've got the moon and we've got Mars as realistic expeditions that are going to be happening, not as far off as you think. The moon isn't far off, but this Mars it's not far off. It's going to help balance out the male and female energies on this planet, I'm hearing, because I'm hearing that book now in my head. Metatron's giving me men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Well, I'm not being shown that we're landing on Venus, but I'm seeing that we're landing on Mars, or there's certainly more expedition to Mars in the, I don't know whether it's in my lifetime, it's certainly in my children's lifetime. And when we land on Mars, it is going to help balance out and heal the masculine energy here on planet Earth. In the same way that going back to the moon is going to help heal and balance out the feminine energy on Earth. Wow, wouldn't it be wonderful if a woman steps on the moon? That is what needs to happen. It's not going to be me. I'd be terrified. But I'm seeing that. In all seriousness, I'm seeing a woman. It's a woman. Wow, it's a woman. What nationality is she? I'm not feeling she's American. I'm being drawn to somewhere like Ukraine for some reason. I'm hearing Ukraine or origins around that part of the world. I can see her. I can see her in my mind's eye. I have no idea what time period I am here, but it might even be 100 years hence. She's actually got quite a moon-shaped face. She's got very, very white skin. She's not dark and she's not blonde, so she's got sort of light brown hair. She's got quite a broad face, a moon-shaped face. Oh, there's an actress that she looks like. What's that actress called? Lily. Hold on, just got to see the actress because I can see her. So it's not the actress, but it's that's what she looks like. Lily James, is it? Let's have a look. No, not Lily James. Anyway, Lily Collins. Lily Travers, no. Ooh, so annoying. No, I don't know. Anyway, beautiful. Oh, I can see her so clearly. She's got little freckles here as well. She's got bluey green eyes. Anyway, yeah. She's going to be on the. There's going to be a woman on the moon. Whoa, that's going to be fantastic. But it's about healing the masculine and the feminine. It's almost as though 50 years ago we went and it was just about getting there. It was just about getting there, landing there, walking there. The next time we go, we're going to go with, when I say an expanded consciousness, that's no disrespect to the people that have already walked on it. You would expect each generation to evolve spiritually. That's the whole point. That's why we're here. That's why we come back as well. So the next time, and this woman in particular, I'm seeing like she's planting a flag. Oh, that's interesting. She's planting a rainbow flag. She's planting a rainbow flag. And that rainbow flag is about equality for all. So yes, it's linked into gay rights, but it's not just about, you know, gay rights situation. It's the flag is symbolic. The rainbow flag is symbolic for all nations. It's like she does it for all the nations. It isn't just about it's America that landed on the moon. It's Russia that did it. It's not about the space race. You know, it's like it's not about ego. It's not about ego. And I'm not sure whether it's the next one, the next expedition, or it's the one after that, because this is an expedition that has no ego. And it's not about showing the other side of the world what we can do, any of that nonsense. That's all old paradigm stuff. You know, we're the greatest nation in Earth. Look at us, we've planted our flag. Whether you're British, German, English, American, Chinese, whatever. No, the person that I'm now tuning into, and I think this could even be 100 years hence, she plants that flag and she does it with real heightened consciousness, and that flag is for everybody. It's got no nationality. There's no nationality attached to that flag. Oh, can you feel that? I can feel that. I welcome that day. I'd love to see that day. I don't think I will, but I feel quite emotional at that. I don't think I will, but my children will. I'm gonna cry. And I tell you what, then that will be a giant leap for mankind. And that will also be about us really truly getting that we are part of something so much bigger than we can ever fully understand or appreciate. We are children of the universe. We are absolutely children of the universe. And then consciousness just takes us into a dimension that we can't even understand what that is yet. You know, we're taking such little baby steps, but Spirit is so proud of us that we are taking those baby steps, because unless someone takes the baby steps, no one's ever going to be able to take the bigger steps. That is actually what's needed for this world to change to a place of true compassion and true love. And this is the month it kicks off for some reason. This month is important. And it's about believing in magic. Look at this guy, look at beautiful Mick there, and he's pointing at his meteorite. Some people would look at that and say, ah, it's not a meteorite, that's just a bit of stone you picked up in the garden. Because they don't believe in it. They don't believe in the magic. They haven't got it in their mind to be able to take that huge leap in consciousness and believe in something bigger than themselves. That's what it is. It's about believing in something that's bigger than yourself. It's bigger than your ego. Wow. Let's add up just to get back and ground. You see, this is what the moon does. This is what the moon's going to do through July. It's going to heighten our emotions. I don't know where all that came from. I can still feel the emotion within me. I am a Cancerian, okay, so I am a bit sensitive. But, you know, I could feel that. I know some of you felt that as well. That leap that we take in the future. And even if we're not alive to see it, our children will be and our grandchildren will be. And we will be cheering them on. Some of us will have zoomed back in as well to experience it afresh. So much beauty. I want to just look at the numerology of the 50 years ago, July the 20th, 1969. I'm just interested what that is. So hold on a minute. 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. It was a 34. It was a 7 vibration. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me just double check that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. It's a 34-7. Yeah, 7 is linked into Neptune. It's linked into the subconscious. It's linked into what I've been trying to articulate: clairvoyance, intuition, the unknown, the unseen. It's the dark side of the moon type energy. It's what you can't see. You can't prove it, but you can believe it. You can feel it. We're going to be opening up so much more on our spiritual paths. And July is just, Metatron's showing me the top diving board. I was terrified. I've never done that. Have you ever done that? Leaped from the top diving board into the swimming pool? Oh my God, just thinking about it. But it's almost like feel the fear. I don't know if I'll be able to ever do that in my life, I have to be honest. But I'd like to at least start imagining that I could. Take a leap from the tallest diving board. You know, you see the Olympics, Tom Daley. How do they do that? And they don't just leap and then like, ah! They leap with grace. They leap with grace and style and precision. That's where we're heading as a species. We're going to be leaping off the highest diving board and going into uncharted waters. My voice chakra's going. It's interesting in itself. Oh, because there's almost like there's no words for where the energy that we're entering into. There are no words. We've not been there before. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. I can't sing. Hold on. Right. Now, I'm going to do a video. I think I'll break this video up into 2 parts because I'd like to do a reading as well. Because I've got my cards out here. Now I'm just going to ask Metatron whether to do it in this video or to do it separately. Hold on. I'm going to ask my pendulum. Okay, shall I put it into this video? Put it into this video, he says, yeah. Okay. So I have got, hold on. Gabriel in again. Gabriel, help me out here. Of course I'm bringing Gabriel in. Think about Gabriel. Think about Archangel Gabriel. Comes in at those moments where it's just like, you're not going to believe this, but is going to happen, you know? You're not going to believe this, but you're going to be asked to do you know? And it's like, no, I can't do that. And Gabriel's there as that presence that says, yes, you can. And that's the reason I'm giving you the message now, to prepare, to get ready. Okay, right, July. Let's just go now into just a reading for July and see what we get. I've used here the Dinah Roseberry First Light Tarot. I've used this before, and obviously it's perfect for this month because the pictures from it are from the, I think it's from the Hubble telescope, so they've all got images of space. And if you remember, am I slightly crooked? There we go. What we do is I've got a card for the recent past, a card for the present, a card for the first step, obstacles, personal message, outcome, and wild card. Okay, so we're now going to pull a card linked to all of those subjects. So I'm going to pull a card for the recent past, the present, first step, obstacles, personal message, outcome, and wild card. And we'll see what we get. And I'm going to use some from my own Metatron deck. That is going to be launched this July. There was a delay. Amazon set it back in the UK, which was really disappointing. They were supposed to come out yesterday on the 28th of June. It's now saying the 22nd of July, which is a day before my birthday. And it's a few days after the 50th anniversary of the Apollo landing. So probably all orchestrated by Metatron anyway. Dates are subject to change in different countries, but it looks like July is the month where we finally get these cards out there. So I'm going to use my cards, the Metatron cards, for clarifiers, and I'll also use some of Dinah's cards for clarifiers as well, okay? So let's firstly pull a card. I'm just going to pull the cards first, and then I'll put them face down and I'll turn them over and I'll talk to you about them. So let's have one from the Metatron deck for the recent past. Okay, let's have one. Metatron wants his cards used for the present as well, okay, because Metatron rules time, okay, rules time. So a card for the present moment, okay. A card for first step. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from Dinah's deck now. Let's have a card for obstacles we may face. And we're talking about month of July. This is a reading for July. Although if you watch it at any time and it's appropriate, please use the message. So, obstacles in July, that one, okay. Let's have a personal message. That one's got to be from Metatron, he's saying. Personal message from the Metatron deck for July. Okay. Let's have a card for outcome. I'll put my camera down in a moment so you can see the cards. Okay, and a card, oh, the wild card. I'm going to take one from each deck for that. Okay, and one from the Metatron deck. And then I'm going to lower the camera so you can hopefully see me unveiling the cards. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. I'm not going to keep the camera there because it's not going to be great, is it? I don't think. Close that down. Let's put the cards over here. You might be able to see some of them. We had that extreme heat yesterday here in the UK. Europe's been having record-breaking heat. Right, okay, recent past. Action. Okay. Recent past, we've got the card of action. Okay, so it's, let me just pull the next card in terms of the present. Release, letting go. Okay. I'm just going to turn the cards over actually so I can see the whole picture. And I can read them better. Wild card. Ooh. Right. So in terms of the recent past, and by recent we're talking, I would want to say this year probably, maybe the end of last year, there were some actions that we took that coming into the present moment we are being asked to let go of. That's very, very clear. And the next step that we're meant to take is linked to our emotional well-being. We've also got, in terms of the card of obstacles, we've got the card of balance. So we're not balanced. And the personal message here is we need time out for review and reflection. These cards are so perfect, guys. Honestly, there's a real story that's here. I'm just going to have to tell you the story that we've got. Okay, there's like a storyboard that I've got here. So, in the recent past, this is a personal message, it's not collective. There have been actions that we have taken that might have been good at the time, that might have been appropriate at the time, that might have fitted the time that we were in, be they linked into relationship, be they linked into career, be they linked into anything else. It could also be something that we have been doing as a behaviour or a habit. And we've taken action and we've started something. But for some reason, there seems to be something coming up here whereby, I'm just going to move the cards up. I know you can't see the cards very well. I like to be able to talk to you. God, there we are. There you're back, there you're back. We're definitely being asked to let go of something. In the present moment, we've got the time for release card, okay? Time for release, letting go. And then the whole message from that there on in is talking about we're needing to look at our emotional well-being and our balance, and we need review and reflection and time out, okay? So that sort of fits, doesn't it, with this lunar energy. I've been using the word home quite a lot recently, that there is an energy of that we need to come home. I think I've said that in a few other videos recently. Where is home? Home is ourselves. And it feels as though there's been action that we've been taking, which has been about, it's been for other people's benefit. It's more been about other people than about necessarily what we want, what is good for us, what we need. There is this energy that I've really been feeling as well recently of needing to draw back our energies into ourselves. The truth is that as empaths and as sensitive people, a lot of the time we don't even realise that we're giving our energy out to this person, that situation, that thing that we look at on the news that stirs us, that makes us feel something. And then we don't realise that there's parts of our energy that we have basically allowed to just drift out, and we need to be gathering all these different strands back in. A really good practice is for every night before you actually go to bed is to actually call the parts of yourself back in, okay? So it literally is a case of what would be the best archangel for that, Metatron. He's shown me Archangel Raziel. Archangel Raziel, wonderful archangel of healing. But to be honest, any guide that you particularly resonate with, or indeed Metatron himself, can do the job. But I am sensing Raziel because I'm just linking, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Raziel is coming in terms of being able to help gather in your energy back to yourself, because Raziel is on the green ray of light. And green, as a colour energy, is about expansion. But I'm showing it can also be about, it's about expansion, but it can also be about contraction. It's quite an interesting energy, green. Think about it in terms of nature. You know, the tree blooms and then the tree well, it's literally what we've got here in terms of this card, the letting go card, and then the leaves need to fall. So be very aware of what you've been doing recently, which feels as though it's been action orientated. It's been more linked to what other people expect of you or what other people want you to do. Needing to let go of that now and come back home, come back to yourself, come back to what you need, come back to what you require, come back to what you feel. You know, Cancer, the whole energy of the Cancerian energy, it's all about feelings. What do I feel? And here we've got it. Okay, so the first step, the card that came with the first step for July. What is the first step that we need to do? The first step that we need to do is look after our emotional well-being. This is one of the cards from the Metatron deck, okay? We've got the dolphin, and we've also got the energy of the icosahedron there. The icosahedron is, I got one, yeah, I got a little one here. It's a little icosahedron. It's one of the platonic solid shapes that Archangel Metatron talks about. I teach about this in my level 1 training programs, but it links into the sacral chakra in particular. So sorry, hold on, there's a message there. Sacral chakra, icosahedron, July. What are you trying to say? Refresh the waters within. Okay. This is quite a feminine message, but it does apply to men as well, but I'm being given it in feminine language because I'm hearing the waters of the womb, okay? It's almost as though the waters within our womb or within our sacral areas, whether we're male or female, feel as though they are a bit polluted at the moment. Whether we've been drinking a little bit too much, whether we've been saying hateful things, you know, toxicity isn't just about what you drink or what you eat. It's about what you hear. It's about what you say. It's about what you watch. And where is that all stored? It all gets put away into the sacral chakra. It's like I'm being shown the sacral chakra as a reservoir. It's a reservoir where all of everything that we've stored energetically is there. So it feels as though there's a cleansing of the sacral needed this July, and water is being given as the way to help with that. Drinking lots of water, swimming in water, being near to water. We do have a water elemental spray actually. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's not up there. Where's it gone then anyway? I don't know. I keep changing my room around and I don't need to show it to you. You can see it on, I'll just put a link and you can see what it is. But anyway, definitely, first step, it's about looking after your own emotional well-being and trying to find the balance. The obstacles, the card of obstacles is the card of temperance, which is that we're being impatient, you know? It's sort of like, we're being impatient. We need to find the balance. That's just the only message I'm getting with that one. And again, it's just compounded. Personal message from Metatron. You need review and reflection. Okay, look at that great big moon. Okay, couldn't be any clearer. I mean, these cards are all saying the same thing. Emotional well-being, reflection and review, temperance. Okay. The outcome card, we've got the card of nature. Number 5. Need another one to go with that. Don't really understand that message other than a very obvious one, which is that about getting out in nature, but I don't think that's what it's trying to say. Let me just, outcome, can I have one more card with a link to that? Let's go to the same deck. Clarification on outcome. So we're asked to let go, review, reflect, balance, look at our emotional well-being, heal our sacral chakra. Outcome, outcome is the moon. You can't get away from your feelings this month. You can't get away from your feelings. You can't get away from what the moon is going to bring up, okay? Trying to find the words for what I'm feeling. That the moon is part of us, I'm wanting to say. You know, the moon with the card of nature. I'm feeling nature in terms of our human nature. That the moon is part of us. She's not separate from us. That she's wanting to teach us something. That she's going to be a master teacher this July. But only if we're ready to review, reflect, sit, let go, be patient. It's not a month to rush through. It's really interesting because we've got these big things that are happening this month and they're going to bring a lot of change. But yet what I'm not feeling from any of this energy or anything that I'm picking up is like, right, come on, gung-ho, let's get going, let's do it. You know, none of that. It's a much softer energy that's needed in terms of pausing and being reflective. The crystals that can help you this month, I was going to say that at the beginning and I forgot. I'm very drawn to selenite this month. Okay, this is my selenite. Look at that, it almost looks like the moon, doesn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Just zoom in a little bit more to that. Selenite. Clear quartz. And this one is beautiful. I think this is called Angel Aura. See how that sparkles? But can you see what I'm doing? They're all very cool colours. It's the whites, it's the silver. Silver is also, I was really drawn to have to wear silver today. Okay, silver jewellery, linking into silver, and of course moonstone. I haven't got any moonstone to hand. So moonstone, selenite, clear quartz, angel aura. Those are my tips basically in terms of crystals. In terms of the sprays, the silver crown spray and the Archangel Gabriel spray. We haven't tapped in too much into Gabriel yet, but I think I'm going to be doing a few more videos in July. So I think I'll do him or her. Gabriel is whether she's him or her is always debatable. I'll do that in my next video, okay? But I feel that Gabriel's influence is very strong as well this month. And Ashtar. Should we do an Ashtar energy transmission at the end, because that's what he tends to like to do. I've pulled a card as the wild card, okay? And the wild card, you're not going to believe what the wild card is. I pulled two from two different decks. So the wild card, death, which of course is change. Oh wow. You know when I was getting all emotional earlier? The death card is suspension of consciousness, new life and being reborn. And it goes with indigo, the energy of mystery and mystery and mastery of life. It's confirming what I've been saying. Oh, I wonder if there's going to be a meteorite this month. Look at that picture. You see the meteorite coming from outer space? Don't go into fear about that. The Earth's not about to be destroyed or anything like that. I'm just talking about, I think there's going to be a meteorite that's going to be landing this month somewhere. Not sure where, possibly Russia, not sure. Look out for it in the skies, I'm hearing, okay? And whatever that is that lands, it's going to have the seeds of what we need for the future. It's come from a very far off place. So let's hope Mick, our meteorite man, is there to gather some of it for us. Say that in all seriousness. It's going to be a powerful meteorite that falls. And I'm also being shown the volcanoes again. So again, what's coming up from the earth is going to be powerful as well in terms of some of the sediment or some of the rocks that come up. Within the lava, there's going to be some seeds, is what I'm hearing. So seeds from above via solar flares, via meteorites, and seeds coming up from the earth via lava. Okay, we're going to end with Ashtar. I do realise this video has been, we've covered quite a lot of different subjects in it, but it's just what's wanted to come through today. So I haven't even looked at the next eclipse, which is 16th of July. So I'm not going to do that here. I'll do another video on that because there is another, what is it? Capricorn full moon, 16th of July. Yeah, I'll do another video for that. Right now, let's just see what Ashtar wants to say. Okay, and we've been talking about the moon, so I wanted to bring his energy in. This spray is going to be coming soon, but yes, I'm not going to give you a date, but I found a wonderful artist that we're going to be using for artwork on it, and Tracy's created the spray, so I'm going to give you a little preview of the spray, and then just, often Ashtar doesn't say much, but we'll see. This is the Ashtar spray anyway. God, it smells amazing. He wants me to zoom in because he's all about the eyes, Ashtar. Just when you're not looking, I'm seeing I want to call them a fleet of starships. They're like starships. There's a fleet of them. And my eyes keep being drawn to the left for some reason. I don't know why. I keep being drawn to the left. Just when you're not looking. Not everybody's going to see. Not everybody's going to believe. Not everyone's going to witness. But we are here. He's showing me, it's not the Chariot card that we know the Chariot card to be in terms of the tarot. It's like that. It's the only way I can describe it, because on the Chariot card there is this being riding the chariot, and the chariot is about movement forward. And Ashtar is in, it's not the chariot, it's like it's V-shaped. It's a V-shaped ship. I just wanted to say he's sending the ships. Oh, they've already been sent. They were sent many, many, many years ago. They're going to be arriving. It's not about first contact though. It's about seeing anomalies in the sky. It's about seeing lights in the sky. It's about seeing more and more unexplained phenomena in the sky. He said we're going to be making our presence more and more felt. And he's saying we are behind these expeditions that I was mentioning earlier. He's saying that some of the people that are going to be on the expeditions in the future, decades hence, they're starseeds. Okay, they know how to get to Mars. He's saying getting to Mars is just like, you know, to them it's like driving up to London for me. It's not, it's like it's no big deal. But he said, but you won't see that because they've been well trained by me to show humility and humbleness and professionalism and excellence. You will not know that they are starseeds unless you are one, and you will be able to see. But to them, they're here, or they are coming to do that job in the future. And so he says, do not think that it is just the human race that brings about this leap in consciousness. He says the human race anyway, what is that? It is made up of many starseeds, many light beings, many angels that walk amongst you, that look human, but really are not. They are already here. You are already here. I am already here. I am you. Greetings. Okay, well, I'm going to go and ground now after that video. I hope you found it helpful. Takeouts from it. Don't push this month. Allow, experience, reflect, be present. Honor yourself. Honor your process. Honor your fellow brothers and sisters in light who are going through the same thing. Be there for each other. I will definitely do another live stream. I've got quite a busy week coming up. I'm away for a couple of days seeing Tracy, so and then I'm on dog duty. That'll take me down to earth. My husband's away in Henley, which is it's a rowing thing in the UK. So it probably won't be next week. It will be if I can manage it, but otherwise it will definitely be in between the eclipses. I'm going to do a live stream, and it will just be, I'll come online and I'll see how you're all doing, okay, and we'll have a chat. The last live stream I so enjoyed. It was so nice seeing some of your names that I've seen for over years, whether it's here or on my Facebook page, just popping in to say hello. And I want to do more of that. It was really good. And I will try and change up the times as well, because obviously you're all in different time zones. I was surprised that some people from Australia were still awake. I'm very pleased that you were watching me, but it was late for you and then it was too early for other people. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Anyway, yeah, much love everybody. Catch you all soon. Have a good new moon. What is it? It's the total solar eclipse on the 2nd of July. Yeah. So new moon in Cancer. Come home to yourselves. That's the best gift that you can give yourselves. Much love. Bye-bye.